On the open plains of North Dakota sits Blackleg Ranch, a place where cowboys still ride the land.
Good people, good help. This is the cowboy way.
And kids can still be kids. Looking after this vast farm is the Doan family. All 20 of them. They've been doing things the traditional way for over 140 years.
The life of a ranch, it's all about birth and growth and then ultimately feeding the world.
Grandpa and Grandma, Jerry and Renee, inherited the ranch.
Well, today is our 48th anniversary. It seems like yesterday.
I think 48 years is a long time.
All right, let's roll. All right.
And alongside their 4 children and 10 grandchildren,
Hey, kids, come on.
live,
Thank you.
work, and play on this 20,000-acre ranch they call home.
Holy cow.
There's plenty of family drama, but everyone mucks in on this farm. In a land where you're never too young to learn.
Hang on as long as you can, all right?
The cowboy way of life.
Good job.
This time, chaos descends on the normally calm farm.
Chase is gonna love that going down on his fence. I don't know how to get around that.
Weddings go wrong,
No one's answering.
We are looking at 350 guests right now, and we don't have a caterer.
bulls escape,
I wouldn't get any closer. He's gonna start charging.
and the farm's financial future
Watch out.
hangs in the balance.
This will be the test.
Oh my God.
If we will truly succeed, or will we fail?
Here on Blackleg Ranch, the Doan family has been herding livestock for 140 years. It's a tough way to make a living, but ranching is in Jerry's blood.
The life of a ranch, it's all about birth and growth and then ultimately feeding the world. So that's what it's all about.
There's 2,500 cows on this land, and right now, it's the start of breeding season.
They've been cooped up all winter and spring here, and so they're in the mood. They know it's the time, it's nature's course. Well, we're ready to haul this bunch to the pasture. The animal end is the part that I enjoy the most. We see the reward in the beauty of the landscape, in the diversity of the grasslands. Kind of what makes me tick on the ranch. The one challenge for all of us is there's no other business in the world that's so dependent on Mother Nature.
And in North Dakota, Mother Nature can reward you with sunshine and rainfall, or really test you with blizzards and droughts.
Back in the 80s, the weather made a big impact on crops and things. Cattle prices were terrible. And Jerry's big fear was, I'm going to be the generation to lose the ranch. So it was tough to watch Jerry have to struggle with that.
And then it really went south.
A lot of people went broke. And when they went down, they took the seed dealer with them or the fuel guy because they owed him $100,000. And I'm like, this is getting serious.
But Jerry is a stubborn old bull, and 4 decades later, he's still running with the herd.
Yeah. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah. See that one paw in there and snorting? He knows what he's here for. He's kind of showing them younger bulls, hey, you wait for me, I'm going out first. So hopefully they get it all done.
trouble is, with an ever-expanding family on the ranch, breeding cattle and bison just isn't enough if you're going to survive out here.
When each one of the boys was coming back, I said, what are you going to bring to the table? So think outside the box a bit. What can we do?
If we don't try to diversify, we could be part of history, and that's not what we want. We want to keep making history here.
Got to kind of come up with something fresh, a new business idea.
Looking for fresh new business ideas is a bit of an obsession for middle brother Jay.
I'm the 5th generation on this ranch. My kids are the 6th. And we can't be that generation to mess things up.
But his latest venture is a team effort with his wife, Carrie.
Jay and I actually got married on the ranch. We were the first wedding on the ranch, and so it's very special to us. And that's pretty much what kicked off the idea of having weddings out here.
Now, big weddings on the ranch are vital to keeping this place alive.
Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
Okay.
But this weekend, Jay and Carrie face their toughest test,
We are upon our biggest wedding yet,
when 350 guests arrive.
and we have a lot to go over.
This is a level that we've never achieved before, and so this will be the test this weekend if we will truly succeed or will we fail.
There's just 72 hours to get everything done. But while Carrie concentrates on the wedding plans, Jay is already planning his next project.
Once this thing's erected, that crossbeam over it, coming into the main ranch here, especially for this weekend, I think it's gonna look sweet. We have been working on a grand entrance mentally for probably 10 years.
It's an old Western tradition to welcome visitors to your cattle ranch with a grand wooden entrance. And Jay thinks it's time Blackleg had one too.
All right, let's get rolling.
I have the perfect timber in mind. I've been by it hundreds of times.
These are the poles over here.
Yeah, those are the ones. Old railroad trusses, just beautiful timber. And it's history. I mean, this wood is well over 100, maybe 150, 200 years old, who knows?
These timbers were part of the trestle bridges of the Northern Pacific Transcontinental Railroad, which was built across the land back in the 1880s.
It was tore out when I was just a little kid, so the magnitude of the poles that we're going to look at were actually on top of the bridge.
I don't think it's gonna take that long. We got the skid steer, we got the flatbed, we're ready to go.
It's definitely gonna be a long job, because that's usually the way it works out when he says something like that. Look at these big long bolts they got in here. I don't think we came with the right tools to take these apart.
These old timbers were bolted together to make beams strong enough to carry steam trains across the plains of the Wild West. But the boys need to take them apart to get them back to base.
So this isn't, show up, grab, and get back to the ranch type of project now.
But here comes the cavalry, Jace and his wife Cassie.
You wouldn't happen to have a crescent wrench on you, would you? Check your saddlebags?
I might have a socket set impact in my house. Jay can run back and grab it.
Jay came pretty prepared for this.
I did everything. I knew where the wood was, the timber, got the truck, the trailer, all squared away.
But he didn't bring the right tools, what we thought we would need.
Well, at least it's a nice day.
So here we sit waiting, and time's a-ticking and the deadline's getting tighter.
With less than 72 hours to go until the wedding, Jay has finally arrived.
Well, hurry up, we're burning daylight.
Right there, get to her.
All of the boys have a role here on the ranch. Jeremy is in charge of the hunting guiding business. Jace runs the cattle and the buffalo, and Jay runs the events here, but they each help each other if need be.
These come off easy. See what happens when you bring the right tools?
They also fight.
Coming?
Slowly. They are moving a little bit, but his hammer hits just aren't as strong as they should be.
Pull it out. You darn God.
I gotta go. The buffalo are out.
I wish I could leave halfway through a project every time.
Well, at least you had me to show you how to do it, so you should be able to finish now. Have fun.
There you're getting some good ones.
Man, I wonder if you picked up on this thing.
Jeremy, he loves to get in trouble, do mischief,
Holy cow, all right,
pull pranks on people.
calm down. Seriously considering throwing in the towel. We literally don't have time to screw around anymore.
Come on now. Come on! Hey.
Finally, we were able to get all the bolts out, and we are loaded up on the trailer.
Oh my God.
But that's only half the job. We have a long way to go yet to get these things ready by this weekend.
Let's get her done. I'll set up my lawn chair to watch you.
Typical.
With the wedding just days away, the boys are going to have to pull something out of the bag to get this job done in time. Blackleg Ranch has 20,000 acres of grassland, which the Doan family have tended for decades. It's a traditional cattle ranch that 3 generations of Doans depend upon for their survival.
Mama?
And since you can't always rely on Mother Nature, they've had to pioneer new ways to make ends meet, like hosting weddings in their old barn. If they can show that they can do events of this size, then it could open up a whole new market for them.
We're about to host one of the biggest parties, biggest celebrations, biggest kickoffs we've ever done.
And on this family farm, everyone is getting roped in to make sure it's a success.
Okay, if I can tell you where to center it, does that help?
On Saturday, Mike, a close friend of the family, is going to marry his sweetheart, Michaela.
Mike goes back a long time with both Jeremy and I. And so both Jeremy and I were honored that he wants to get married on this ranch.
I think you'll clear it. Yeah, you're good.
Jay and his wife, Carrie, are Blackleg's wedding planners.
Thank you.
Any event that's out here has my personal touch.
But with a whole heap of preparation still to do,
This side goes that way.
Jay's got himself a little diverted.
Holy hell, these things are tall. Jesus.
On top of that, this weekend, Jay is one of the groomsmen.
We're gonna set it down right next to this one.
So on the big day,
Watch out.
he is going to have to step aside
Oh my God.
and let someone else take the reins.
I'm gonna rely heavily on my wife, Carrie.
There's a lot of pressure on me because I am essentially running the show. And I want to be able to prove to him that, yeah, this can get done. And you don't have to worry.
If you came in this way, I think you could just set it right down then.
Can Jay be a control freak? Yes.
This front has to face that way.
He knows what he wants. He knows how he wants it to get done.
This is the back, this is the front.
But I think part of the problem is he just doesn't have the time to always do what he wants.
That's real nice.
Jay, whoa, whoa. Go ahead.
With just 50 hours to the wedding, Jay's time is in real short supply.
You got a string line somewhere, quick?
I can check.
But big brother Jeremy isn't the type to cut corners.
Both my grandpas were carpenters, and when I build something, I want it to be perfect because I'm basically stamping my name on it, and I don't want anybody else to give me grief if it didn't look perfect.
I think we're good. We got it set.
Victory. This is monumental, right?
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Our folks are gonna think we're nuts, as usual.
See, they got it almost all mowed up here. It looks really nice, doesn't it? Oh, what is this?
New gate started here or something. Those are massive.
Whoa.
I can guarantee one thing, my dad will find out one little flaw in that whole project, and he will be sure to point it out.
Oh my God.
Well, that railroad trestle certainly is good for something, right? From all the freight and cattle it hauled years back, and now it's a gate on this ranch. That's pretty cool, really. Jeremy's meticulous, and so he didn't appreciate when if I say, the thing looks crooked.
Well, I know it's not crooked because I had a level across it, so I think he needs to adjust his line of sight a little bit and turn his head straight, because it is straight.
It's funny.
Building something with good foundations that will stand the test of time is an idea that's close to Renee and Jerry's hearts.
You want these forks and stuff put away?
Yep.
Well, today is in fact our 48th anniversary. It seems like yesterday, kind of just flew by.
I think 48 years is a long time.
Gosh, how did Jerry win me over? He has a great singing voice and really romantic and sweet.
She, quite honestly, is the glue that holds this place together. And she's kind of the one that's pushed me to be who I am, I think.
We complement each other really well. We fight a lot. We make up a lot. We don't give up.
I remember the first time I kind of met her, and I thought, she's kind of cute, you know? Then we both went off to North Dakota State University, and gosh, between my junior and senior year, we were married. And, you know, Renee had just barely turned 18, and I was 21.
The kids were exposed to bad times as well as good times, so it's not like they always saw everything as rosy.
One of them said they just hoped they could have the same happy marriage that their mom and dad had. I thought that was a good testament to what we've done. I don't know if I'm an expert on the secret to a happy marriage, but I got a little philosophy about it all, I guess. You got to keep some spice in your relationship. You got to get a little wild and crazy once in a while. That's it.
The Dowens have a lot of new ideas for keeping this ranch alive. But at its heart, this place is cowboy country. And youngest brother Jace loves the cowboy life the most. Today, he's taking his cattle to fresh pastures.
I moved these cows across the creek a few weeks ago. Now I want to get them out of the creek bed, let this grass come back, and the water become nice and clean again.
Cows aren't scared of horses. So for jobs like this, 4 wheels are better than 4 legs.
My family always says I was born 100 years too late.
If he was born in the 1800s, he'd be in his element.
Having an old head on young man's shoulders suits Jace just fine.
I love cattle. You know, I love anything to kind of do with the actual farming and ranching. I don't particularly love people.
I give credit to Jace. He's the one that holds the livestock together, and we need him.
Obviously, to support multiple families, you have to expand into different ventures and stuff, but it always needs to be a true ranch, what it was built upon. The main bread and butter needs to be the cow herd and cattle business.
We got everything up to the creek. Now we're just kind of waiting for these calves. They're bellowing for their mom. Their mom's on the other side, 10 feet away, but they won't go across. Patience is key, I guess.
They say that behind every successful rancher, there's a wife who works in town. But Jace and his wife Cassie work together on their ranch business. Because whether we like it or not, one day these cows are going to be a steak or a burger. And that's where Cassie comes in.
Today I am heading to the processor because a couple weeks ago we took a beef up here to get processed and it's ready for pickup.
I tried running the meat business and I found that I just do not have the time to do it. Cassie was a school teacher and we decided that she should quit that job and take over the meat business.
Hey Sonny. Hey TJ. Good. How are you guys?
Good. You're delivering to your customers, correct?
Yes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, they said that was okay.
Awesome.
Both Jace and I grew up on ranches. I think that's kind of how our parents were, so that's how we grew up.
You can just throw them up there.
I don't think you could find me living in town at all.
Is TJ in there?
I'm afraid of the dark, dude. Sorry, TJ. You're lucky Cassie here.
I saved you.
I think the goal that Jace and I have talked about is mainly just living off the land, living off the ranch, just maintaining the simplicity, the humbleness that comes with the ranch.
Oh gosh, that one's heavy.
They always are.
Cassie's a big supporter of Jace, like Renee is of me. And she's taken over this meat deal and she's on a mission to show she can do that and do a good job of it, you know.
Some days it's hard to work with family, but honestly, Jace and I work so well with each other, and if I open a gate that I'm not supposed to and a cow gets out or something, like obviously it's frustrating and gets mad, but at the end of the day, we still love each other. It's gonna be okay.
Well, at least that's one husband and wife team that's working in harmony. But with just one day to go before the big wedding, what about Jay and Carrie? Is this going to make or break them?
This is just getting better.
On a ranch the size of Blackleg, there's always a job that needs doing.
Well, here we are. Time to get to it.
Oldest brother Jeremy runs the hunting business, and today he's taking a run at some old trees out on the prairie.
So it's important to rip these trees down, especially the taller ones. They're becoming a perch for the raptors, hawks, owls. Then they're killing a lot of our pheasants, which we hunt. So we want to get rid of them and plant more shrubbery type bushes because that'll add for more habitat for the birds and provide a lot of shelter for them. Timber. Huh. Jace is gonna love that going down on his fence. I don't know how to get around that.
He said he couldn't avoid it. I find that hard to believe.
And coming along to lend a hand is Mike the carpenter, the groom that's getting married at the big wedding this weekend.
So I'm the best man at Mike's wedding coming up. We share a lot of similar traits. Plus, we both like to have a good time when we're not working.
Every day is a working day right now, and Mike's on the lookout for a block of wood to turn into an outdoor table for his wedding reception. On this farm, everything gets used.
I've been looking for a poplar to go ahead and
make this into the base and then cut the stems off, pressure wash everything, and put a wood top on it kind of upside down just to have as a random table outside. But we'll see. Got to get it cut up first.
Kind of nice utilizing some of this trees off the ranch and preserve some of the history.
No wood is junk wood.
I know.
We can use it all.
Maybe Mike can make some new fence posts too.
I think Jason's gonna be mad at you.
Oh man, I got the fence way wound in this one.
Who's gonna end up fixing the fence? Well, I can guarantee you it's not gonna be him. Am I happy about it? No.
Now, fixing a broken fence may not sound too serious to you or me. But these fences keep hundreds of cattle and bison under control. So a broken fence can cause chaos.
A few years ago, we had a very angry bull. It had got out and went 20 miles away from our property. And the local sheriff called, telling us there was one gone. And we're like, oh, I hope it's not ours, because that's a long ways away. But when we got there, it was.
He just was seeing red and going south as fast as he possibly could.
Son of a bitch, he's going up in the yard.
Running through yards where there's toys laying around, running through fences and crops and whatever.
There was kids' swimming pools, kids' bikes, all sorts of things laying around. And we're like, oh no, you know, this is a serious measure. It's summertime, kids are out of school.
You better warn them if they're out in the yard, if you can. I don't have their number.
We gotta get this animal pulled away before a kid gets killed or somebody else.
I wouldn't get any closer. He's gonna start charging.
And so Jeremy and I and the other people, because we had established quite a audience at that point from the neighbors, had made the decision that it's probably best to shoot this bull.
We finally took him down. It's such a magnificent animal laying in front. You know, you still, love this animal, but you had to do what you had to do.
With less than 24 hours to go, it's all hands on deck for the wedding of the year. The event that could make all the difference to the long-term survival of this ranch.
There are several things that we are not even close to be finishing before this weekend. And then being a guest on top of it, what are we doing?
It's complete chaos. Normally it's not like this.
Nice grand entrance.
Being one of Mike's best friends, Jay is going to be a groomsman tomorrow. So it's time, at last, to let go of the reins.
What's this? Carrie's here. She just texted me.
And let his wife, Carrie, finally take charge.
Well, looks like you got your hands full.
Do. I'm feeling the pressure a little bit just to make sure everything does go accordingly. I want to get to that point where he doesn't feel like he has to check in with us or we have to check in with him. That's my goal for tomorrow.
This is for all the gentlemen.
We have to wear flowers?
Yes.
This is just getting better. It's going to be hard to step away and relinquish some of that control. So we're going to have walkie-talkies on for this weekend.
You are?
No. You guys are.
Yeah.
I may hide one. I don't know.
No.
I think I should.
You do not need
I honestly
one.
think I should. I need to make sure,
Oh, come
nothing.
on. You are ridiculous. No,
Fair
we're
enough.
not going to hide one on you. It's going to be fine.
Jay and I have been working together 3 years now for the weddings. He needs to trust that's going to get done.
If you need anything, call me.
We're good. We got it.
Love you.
Love you.
Down at the ceremony site, Mike is so smitten with his wife-to-be, Michaela. He's making her something very special.
I'm gonna move over this way a hair.
He's building the actual aisle he and his bride will walk down.
Kayla sent me a text message with a picture, hinting, we'll call it, at this is what she wanted. And being the guy I am, I'm like, I can do that.
Mike's the type of guy that will do anything for you. Anytime you need something, he's there.
No way Michaela's got any idea how much work this is. I ain't gonna tell her either. Just gotta make her happy, that's all. Happy wife, happy life, right?
Mike might just have got the hang of this husband thing already.
Hey, how's it going? Good seeing you. If you want to back it on in, I'll grab the forklift and we'll unload.
Now, you can't have a ranch wedding without beer.
Coming in hot.
So when Jay struck on the idea of a brewery to go alongside the wedding and events business, there were no objections round here.
So we definitely want to do something special for Mike. And I thought, why not come out with a special beer?
A few weeks back, Jay and Travis, his right-hand man in the brewery, got together to brew something new.
Oh, I smell that one. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
I think Mike will be blown away if I come out with the perfect wedding beer for him.
I like this one.
Oh,
yeah. Citrus, definitely.
He doesn't do this for all weddings. He doesn't have time or the resources.
Of course, some might say he doesn't have time to do it for this one either.
That just took my palate for a ride.
Jay has a lot of big dreams. It's just a matter of probably staying on task with some at hand instead of spreading yourself out too thin and having 20 okay things when you could have 5 perfect things, you know?
Oh my God, it tastes so good.
Right? All right, I think we have our 2.
So then how are you gonna decide which one?
I think the rest of the family should decide. And they pick one, that way it doesn't fall on us.
Yeah, majority rules.
I don't want to mess this up.
Yes, me neither.
It's a big wedding.
Yeah.
Yep, 350 thirsty guests and a brand new wedding beer on tap. This could actually be a good idea. So, it's decision time at the Copper Jewel Barn. And Jay's called in some of North Dakota's top beer connoisseurs.
Blind taste test, by the way, so if you could avert your eyes, and I'm just going to pour a couple of these guys. You know, it's important to me to get family involved. I cherish their feedback.
I don't know if I like the blind thing.
I know it. Don't worry about it. You get my mom drinking, holy cow, she is a firecracker. So start with the first one, which would be that guy on your left. Yep. You don't see that side of her very often. She doesn't drink that much. But you get her a few barley pops, woo! She gets after it.
It smells like pineapple.
You taste pineapple?
I smelled pineapple.
You smelled pineapple.
Yeah, I think it tastes good. I think they'll like this one. Yeah, it tastes like a wedding beer to me.
All right, second shot.
It's super sour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not much on sour beer. I can't drink much of that.
I actually like the first one better.
Are we tasting any other?
No, that was the only 2.
Oh, I thought I was gonna go down the line.
I mean, Mom, this is a taste, not a guzzling contest.
Stop drinking if you don't like it.
Well, I gotta finish it. I'm not gonna waste it.
All right, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the
Toast
bison.
to the beer we found.
Heck yeah. Cheers to the
Bison
bison.
spit. This is the one we chose to go with between the 2 different ones or 3 different ones. I don't remember how many we had.
Good choice.
I've already drank a couple.
Oh God, Mom's gonna be laying on the floor here. We'll have to make sure she's not dancing on the tables again. Dang, Mom.
With the beer decision made, Mike is finally finishing the aisle.
You were just enjoying every minute of this.
Absolutely.
With a little help from his well-refreshed best man.
She better say I do. It's a lot of work.
I think it's ready.
Looks good. It's a nice addition to that ceremony site and the ranch. He put his stamp on getting married out here. Thanks, Mike.
It looks like things are coming together just in time. What could possibly go wrong? It's high noon on the ranch. The big day has arrived, and Carrie is in charge and wondering where exactly are the caterers.
No one's answering.
It's the day of the wedding. Feeling pretty good, a little nervous. I just want to be able to prove to Jay that we got it.
Okay, Tenley, let's walk.
Everyone's made an effort,
Go ahead and throw them. Throw out the flowers.
including Jeremy's wife, Ashley,
Oh, you guys are doing so good.
and their bridesmaid daughters, Tenley and Avriana.
And then Mike and Michaela are gonna be standing up here and Dad's gonna be over here, okay? I think Jeremy's a little nervous for his best man speech, but I think he's gonna love it. It's just gonna be a great day.
Dusty, dusty. That's why black was not the best idea, but it's fine.
The first guests have shown up, and Kendall is meeting and greeting.
The wedding starts in 22 minutes.
Let's lay these out.
But even with the ceremony about to begin, Jay just can't help being the boss.
Jay is not keeping a low profile. He is running around doing last-minute stuff, which is typical.
Jay has planned some surprise fireworks for the bride and groom.
This is gonna end tonight on like a perfect note. Good. So this is like the last hoorah. Okay. Of this perfect weekend.
The fireworks are going to be set off by an old friend of the family, expert fisherman and riverboat pilot, Captain Dave.
Captain Dave is in charge of the fireworks. That does make me a little nervous.
I have to tell you, I've never done this before.
I know.
And how are they gonna light them?
We're gonna have a torch.
If not, I can light a cigarette and light these with a cigarette.
No, I want you with the torch. That's important. Yeah, let's not light it up yet.
The new entrance is looking good, and the guests have gathered for the arrival of the bridal party. But up at the lodge, an essential wedding ingredient is missing.
We are looking at 350 guests right now, and we don't have a caterer. So this is serious. We need to make sure we figure out what's going on.
Dealing with the public can be quite challenging at times. You have to come across as you got everything under control, and then we put out fires here, 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 and here.
Then again, when you actually want some flames,
Typically at ranch weddings, branding's very common, so they'll put these two brands together like that to make their own unique brand. And we need these piping hot so they can brand them on their choosing of wood that they brought.
Might cut in front of the hedges so we avoid that ditch, okay?
but the ceremony is about to start and Travis is feeling the heat.
This is a problem.
Is your shirt as tight as mine?
I can hardly breathe out of this thing.
This is literally the first time I've worn a suit on this range.
No? Really?
Yeah. My wedding, I was in jeans and boots.
Yeah. Come on.
And those caterers are nowhere to be seen.
I'm stressing out just a little bit.
I'm just getting a little concerned that we haven't heard from you or seen you out here yet, so please give me a call.
So I leave a message, just hoping I get a call back and hoping that they're on their way.
I can't handle it. I'm in the damn wedding.
Welcome to this worship service in which two shall become one.
Nope. Dave, could you bring a lighter up here, please? I'm having trouble lighting the bonfire back here behind the ceremony site.
Would you believe it? Jay has snuck in an earpiece. And he's listening in.
Probably not the best idea. I can hear what's going on. I don't know what those brands are going.
Captain Dave to the rescue. There we go. Ah.
I give you this ring as a sign of my love and faithfulness.
And then he whips out his phone and starts texting. I'm like, come on, who does this in a wedding?
What are you doing? Knock it off.
All right, you'll be good to go now. Luckily, Captain Dave was here to save the day, and now you can see we're all lit. God, that's hot.
Hi, this is Carrie. Hi. Oh, perfect. You know where to go.
I run around the corner and I see this yellow school bus pulling into the ranch, and that's them.
Never seen a yellow catering bus before. That's pretty sweet. Hi there. Everything's falling into place. Don't need Jay. I got it.
The brand worked, it looked good, it smoked and it fired, it did everything it was supposed to do, and so yeah, it went really well.
That's the ceremony nearly done. Time to set off the fireworks.
Let us pray.
Captain Dave, we're about 30 seconds away from fireworks.
A shuttle bus is turning down the road where the fireworks are about to go off, literally within seconds.
It starts going towards the direction of the fireworks.
Don't do it. Don't.
I see Kenny just shoot over there in her golf cart. I can hear her yelling at the guy driving the shuttle bus.
Jay's worrying about it all because normally he's the one running it, and now he's stuck right here, can't do a thing.
It takes every ounce in my body not to just say, all right, let's stop this wedding for a second.
They're about to kiss.
And now, it is my great joy and pleasure to introduce
Oh
for
my
the
God.
first time, Michael Kinroy.
As luck would have it, Kendall caught the driver just in time.
So fireworks go off, bridal party walks off, Jay starts walking off, and then he turns around and starts coming back towards me. I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're gonna get a high five, it's gonna be all good, and all of a sudden I get...
Why is that shuttle going down
I
that
have
way?
no idea. They know to go that way.
Literally, it was like 10 seconds before fireworks were to go
I know,
off.
and it was fine though. Everything was good.
Yeah.
Can you breathe?
I can breathe easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we made it through. We're good. Now it's reception time.
So, it looks like big ranch weddings are another iron in the fire for the Doan family. But maybe Jay's learned you can have too many irons in too many fires.
I think things went well.
You need to have more faith.
Maybe this is the start of something new.
Okay.
I'll be more hands-off.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
I wish you guys a life full of happiness together. Cheers. I'm glad the speech is over. Time to kick back and kick up our heels. The upside of having Mike's wedding out here is it pushed us to get all these things done. So I'm glad it was stressful this week because we got a lot accomplished. Last time I seen this wood, I was ripping it out of the field.
Man, that was a lot of work, but we made it look pretty. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
It was a successful day. It was great. Jay can relinquish control a little bit, and he saw that we can handle it.
It went off with a few hiccups, a few hitches, but overall, it was a great event.
There's a saying in North Dakota, the easiest way to double your money is to fold it in half and stick it in your back pocket. And if you're wondering what that means, well, I have absolutely no idea.
And you can find episodes 3 and 4 streaming now on 5. Can Peter help elderly pub dog Missy? There could be a pint in it for him if he does in the Yorkshire Vet, new tomorrow at 8. Saving lives, the team have to make every second count on a busy night shift in Barnsley's A&E. Casualty 24/7 is new next.